Hey collective, it's Intuitive Pisces Moon and welcome to the channel. So we are going to jump into your astrology readings for the month of January. So the big events that we have going on, January 3rd, we do have a full moon in Cancer, which is going to be more of a focus on emotional needs, safety, family life, those sort of things. What it is you want in a family and a home, like making sure your home is safe, secure, stable. That's kind of what that's going to bring up there. And then for January 18th, we have a new moon in Capricorn, which is, again, more about stability, but more in monetary things. Okay, so getting what you need for your family, for your stability, for your life. Again, might be job related, maybe changes in job. It is the new moon, so something new's coming in that sense. So that being said, we are going to jump right into your sign. Welcome, Sagittarius friends. If your sun, moon, or rising falls on the sign of Sagittarius, then this is your reading. So we're going to jump right into your January spread and take a look at what the energy is for your career and finance, your love and romance. And then towards the end of the reading, I am going to give you an angel card that has an answer for you. So if you have a burning question that you'd like to ask your angels today, then I will get you that answer. So that being said, we're going to jump right into your spread. All right, so the first card that we pulled for you is number 18, the Lovers. There are two paths ahead. Be true to yourself. So I'm going to read from the book on this one because it goes into some pretty good detail here for you. This card represents major life choices. Decisions surrounding love relationships are of utmost importance, and there will be two paths to take now or in the near future. One will be very positive, and the other will see life take a negative turn. Be sure to be true to yourself and your feelings. It is crucial that you make the right choice. New adventures are waiting to begin, and a better way of living will open up for you sooner than you think. Look your best at all times to reap the opportunities that are just around the corner. For personal and relationships, the Lover's card can represent a strong sexual connection. Passionate encounters are red hot. Temptations and affairs are likely where there is a crack in a relationship, which may result in a love triangle that causes much inner conflict and heartache. Many will question current relationships that are not as perfect as they would like, causing much uncertainty about which path to take. Some may be questioning whether there is a future in a relationship or a feeling that there is someone else to meet. Others will make a love commitment. Perfect harmony is obtainable for most. For career and finance, you will need to find the right balance between your personal life and your work and financial interests. Two jobs may be offered to you, and you will spend valuable time meeting new people and networking socially. Singles may find love at work functions, and career changes in the near future also herald a new relationship. Balancing your career and your personal life is the key to being successful. It is not the time to neglect your loved ones. They need you now. All right, Sagittarius. So that is what your situation is looking like there. The Lover's card is beautiful energy, but it does signify that choice. So we're going to get deeper into your spread and see what the choice may reveal here as we keep going. So the next card I pulled for you is for your love and relationships, and we have number 36, sensuality. I love that 18 and 18 is 36. The frequency of sensuality reminds us that spirits in human bodies, we are sensual beings, experiencing joy and pleasure from the physical world through our senses. All right. Even with the Lover's card here, I can see like a mouth and a nose and skin. There's like a lot of senses, and that feels very sensual on that card as well. So it feels like there is a focus in January around this topic. Whether it is you and yourself identifying that, or you with a partner, going into identifying those things. But just be on the lookout for, I'm getting like your senses are going to be heightened. All right, so the next card that we have is for your self-care. So what do you need to do for the month of January for your self-care? And we have clear your energy field. All right, so maybe some of you need to sage your space or your body, get rid of old items. Whatever you consider your energy field is anything around you, okay? Your home, your car, your clothes, anything. So maybe there is some stagnant energy that needs to be removed. And this is just spirit saying, yep, absolutely, time to do whatever needs to be done. All right, so the next card is your angel number, and we have 4400. The benevolent is invincible. Go forward, be kind, protect, and continue to be prosperous. God and the angels want you to know that you are completely loved. They ask you to spend more time feeling this love because it will answer many of your questions and solve any challenges. All right. Very good. All right, we're going to jump into the tarot and go a little deeper here. So, Spirit, what else do you have to go with this reading for Sagittarius, please? What else do they need to know right now? Thank you, the Fool card. All right. Fresh new start, new beginnings. What else? Taking a leap of faith. Okay, we also have the Hanged Man with the Knight of Swords. Choosing to see something differently. Okay. Ace of Cups and the Two of Wands. Yep, that signals that choice. And a renewal in love here. We do have the Sun card at the bottom. So let's take a look at what we have here. So right off the bat, that Knight of Swords threw me off. But I'm going to say that it makes perfect sense now why it's there. Because of this choice that you have, the choice is to take your time and to move slow and to be decisive in what it is you want with your choice. Spirit here wants you to pause for a second, or a minute, or an hour, or a day, or a month, or a year before you choose. Because what it said is one of the choices is going to be like very happy and fulfilling, and that's the Sun card energy here. Ace of Cups. But the other choice is not going to lead you to that same place, that same state of mind, per se. And so, you're being called right now not to rush into this choice. Whatever this choice is. So if it is in love, which it feels like it is for most of you, this could also be jobs though. It did mention you might get like 2 job offers. One's going to be fulfilling. One's going to bring you happiness and beautiful energy. The other one is not. And it's very clear about that. It's not that like you have the lesser of 2 evils or 2 good choices. This does not feel like that. Now, what this could be is what seems like 2 good choices and one ends up not being a good choice. This is where you're going to use your discernment and think about it and feel it out. I am getting with the Ace of Cups that you need to feel this one out. And I'm even hearing that with the Sun card, does it bring you joy? And does it make your inner child happy? Page of Swords underneath that with the Nine of Cups. I love that. There's something that's definitely going to be very fulfilling here. And then there's something that's not. And so it is entirely your choice to figure this out, because only you can make this choice for yourself. And I'm getting that you have to be ready. That came through for you. So you're being reassured here that you are completely loved. Ace of Cups. You are completely loved. The question, or I should say this is what this says, they ask you to spend more time feeling this love, because it will answer many of your questions and solve any challenges. So that's the whole thing, is to slow down. Spend more time feeling this love. And you will definitely make the right choice. Now, if you try to rush forward and don't think things through, I get, like, this is the thing that keeps coming to me with Sagittarius. They tend to be a lucky astrology sign. And they throw caution to the wind, and they just trust that everything's going to pan out for them. I already know that because I am a Sagittarius. However, sometimes we do things too fast and don't think things through. You know, the foot and mouth syndrome. And things don't always pan out. But we always are just optimistic in believing that it will. So here's the thing. You can try it whichever way you want, because you're going to do it your own way anyways. We all know that. But there's the advice here from Spirit saying that if you stop for a minute, feel the love, think things through, you'll definitely make the right choice. Rather than just winging it, rushing forward, and willy-nilly choosing something that looks good and maybe isn't, and maybe not choosing the right choice. So there that is. I'm just going to leave that at that. Because no one can tell a Sagittarius what to do. Am I right? Okay. So that angel answer that you were thinking about this whole time, if not, think of it now. This is your answer. We have reconsider. So I love this because it says consider. Not just consider, but reconsider. Think about it more than once. Make lists if you have to. Consider it and then reconsider it. That's what that feels like to me. Stop and think about it. And then think about it some more. And then think about it more and more and more. And make pros and cons. Like, do whatever you need to do to consider the right thing to do. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is we're going to get some clarifiers for the tarot. So we're going to start over here with this Fool card. We have the Tide of Transition. Embrace the tides of change with openness, allowing the ebb and flow of life to guide your transformation into love and work. All right. It feels like it's the whole stepping off a cliff and trusting, like trust fall. Like that's what this feels like. You're just like, I'm going to trust fall. And again, you tend to have that optimistic attitude that it's just all going to work out. So if things don't work out, that's okay. Like, you're just being called now to embrace the tides of change with openness and allowing the ebb and flow of life to guide your transformation. All right, let's see what the next one is for the Hanged Man. Commit to the journey. With determination, go all in for the long term. Your steadfast focus will bring lasting rewards. I love this because, you know, these cards are reversible. And like even these two people, which this side says commitment, they're in the upright, but here they're upside down. Hangman's upside down. So, your steadfast focus will bring lasting rewards. That's why you're upside down in the first place. You chose to be there, to see things differently, to get enlightenment. So since you're there, might as well take advantage of it. I'm getting that some of you chose to go there and then like after a short amount of time we're like, yeah, this is not for me. I want to rush out of this place. So, you know, again, you're going to do what you're going to do. I'm just reading the cards. All right. So for the Knight of Swords, we have wise counsel. Seek guidance from trusted friends or mentors to help you along. Maybe you need to get some wise counsel. Why shouldn't I rush forward right now? Well, because you might make a bad choice. And it might be detrimental to you. Maybe you're tired of transitioning and the tides of change. And maybe if you think it through more thoroughly, this time can be different. So, wise counsel, whatever that looks like to you. Consider some wise counsel. All right, Ace of Cups. We have unlock your heart. Embrace vulnerability. Let love guide your journey to self-discovery. Again, these people are also upside down. They're also in reverse. So that whole thing where it said over in the angel number card to like dwell in the feeling of love longer. This could be why some of you are so eager to rush forward without that step. Like Spirit's calling you to feel this love before you move into the next step. That's why you're being called to like slow down. All right, let's look at the Two of Wands. We have ignite ambition. Pursue desires with drive and face consequences bravely. Keep an open mind as answers reveal your journey. I love that. So it's talking about facing consequences bravely. But here's the thing. It's like when you're choosing the thing and then it doesn't pan out. And then it's like, okay, well, there's a consequence to that, right? What's the consequence? Well, I didn't think things through. I rushed forward into it. Now I am facing the consequences of said action. There's also consequences when you do think things through and you make the best decision. What are the consequences? Well, it's good stuff. Consequences don't always have to be bad. Pursue desires with drive. And do it with an open heart. That is your advice. And I just saw 11:11 on the timer. So, Remember to consider something, then to reconsider something. Feel the love. Feel the love that Spirit has for you, that you have for yourself, and use that to make your decision. That is the advice that you're being given in this reading. And that is all I have for you today. So, this is your January reading, my Sagittarius friends. I hope it resonated with you. And just keep in mind that I am reading for the current energy, right? You always have a choice to change the trajectory of what's on the table by waking up and choosing different. Today, tomorrow, next year, whenever. You always have a choice in your own life. I want to thank you all so much for joining me. I truly appreciate each and every one of you. I wish you all a lifetime of happiness, health, wealth, abundance, and so much love. Take care, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.